Hey, you guys.
Hey there. Is it so hard for you to not press play? And yep, there you go. I was going to say, hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
I saw this funny meme, episode 409, by the way. I saw this funny meme where it was like a Tiger King meme with like Carol at the top, and it was like at 8 a.m. of homeschooling, hey, all you cool cats and kittens. And then at the bottom, it was Joe Exotic, and it was like 8:05. Listen up, motherfuckers. I was like, that is exactly what that homeschooling is like.
My favorite, there's like, you know how we were talking last time about like new favorite accounts to follow. There's one called like Tiger King Memes. Definitely follow that. It does not disappoint. Everything is hilarious.
I got a message from one of our brainiacs who's a trans man, and he was saying how he didn't watch it because, you know, they misgendered Saf and they also dead named him and all that. And I totally get it. That was a real bummer. I had watched it already by the time I learned that. But
yeah, same.
That was real shitty. I don't know why the filmmaker would do that. That's very unusual.
And then when I go back and replay it in my mind and think about all of the news, you know, when they play clips of the news from that when that horrific moment happened, they always referred to him as a woman.
Really? On
the
news?
It was like woman gets arm ripped off at zoo.
Oh, that sucks.
You know.
Yeah, I'm not into that. I wish that hadn't happened. But,
and that's why I had made that assumption as well.
Yeah, right. No, we were all misinformed.
Totally.
There was no mention of the trans situation. But now I know.
We would have definitely remembered that. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I would have been psyched. And I do like that component about Tiger King that Joe Exotic was this sort of gay icon in the South because nobody else is so out and proud at that time. But, and like a lot of the employees, you know, were attracted to that element. And I like that, but they're still not getting it quite right.
Right. Yeah. You can't just turn a blind eye to some of the other things.
Well, and it's like,
there are
really,
other gay icons, Susie. I think.
That's the thing. It's like they were doing so many terrible things. It's hard to know what to be mad at. Right. But anyway.
Oh, God.
I digress. Hello, Sarah. How are you?
Hello. I'm doing well.
Welcome to the show. How do you feel? What do you feel about your soul right now?
Here's what I learned. I do great with like 3 meals a day. I've had that. Like I never had that before.
Really happy for you.
Really enjoying that because now I'm stuck at home and I'm not like driving all around all over the place. And I am like the luckiest person right now because I am with a chef.
You are lucky.
Making the most amazing meals. Oh my God.
It does make a difference, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, the quality of life improves there.
That's his way to relax and unwind and
it's his love language, Sarah.
Totally. And I get to benefit. But, for me, I told him, I'm like, if you weren't like this, if it were just me, I would have already gone through the two 12-packs of Top Ramen by now. That would have been...
You know what? I wouldn't have even been mad about that.
Right?
Because I am never sad that I eat Top Ramen.
Yeah, but he takes the Top Ramen and then puts the like dresses it up, like does it with like the chicken and the like the soft boiled egg and the green onions and he even fried garlic to put on it. I mean, come on, who does that? Not me. He elevates all of it. It's like, I'm like, man, we should put out a quarantine cookbook.
My God, I'm surprised there isn't one yet.
No joke. I mean, as soon as I said that, well, my friend Courtney, shout out to Courtney, she texted me that. She was like, oh my gosh, you guys put out quarantine cookbook. And then I told Ren that text, and he was like, hey. And I was like, whoa. We don't need to add anything to the to-do list. We haven't even hung the shelves in the office yet. Slow down.
That's amazing that you've been locked up all this time and there's still a lot to do.
Oh my gosh. So much to do. Yes. Yeah. That is a good thing.
Yeah, I'm all
Thank
for
goodness
that.
I unloaded all that craft stuff. Imagine. I would have just been like crocheting in the corner and ignoring all the actual things on my to-do list. I would have been like totally crocheting.
Everybody has their outlet.
Yep. I tend to do that.
Well, I think I speak for all the brainiacs when I say we can't wait to hear about the thongs, this situation.
Yes. You know, I was going to ask you, how did you celebrate the 20th anniversary of the thong song, Susie?
That really makes me sick that it was 20th anniversary.
Can you believe that? Does it to me, does it seem like just yesterday?
It does.
It does. And you know what's funny? I saw Sisqo once perform the thong song live at Wango Tango in 2000 with Britney Spears.
Wow.
Yeah, it almost feels like I was there for the real like the
cultural moment.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm really jealous actually. Is he a good live performer?
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
You know, and that was what got me on this whole like deep dive into the history of thongs, which now sounds so. It was not a brief history.
Good one.
Yeah. Oh,
this is rock bottom,
right? So when it was going over, there was this article, and it was like the history of the thong song, and what it shocked me is that Sisqo put far more thought, and it was far more like, you know, you think it's just like a novelty song kind of.
Yeah.
You
what
know?
are you saying?
But he was inspired by the Beatles song Eleanor Rigby.
What are you talking about?
I swear, he was inspired by the strings, the sound of the music. So he took the there was like a 30-second part to Eleanor Rigby, and he extended that into 3 minutes. And he hired the violinists who did the soundtrack to Star Wars.
I feel like you're just joking right now.
I'm not. I swear. This is what it made me go, oh my God, I need to give Sisqo more credit, because this is like actually a musical, like, dare I say, masterpiece? Composed, inspired by the Beatles, utilizing like pop culture's favorite violinists who ever did a soundtrack or like score to a movie. Everybody loves that one. Okay. Award-winning. And I was
Let's back up though, because I mean, we're all inspired by the Beatles. That doesn't mean we're, you know, creating masterpieces.
So I guess that because I put him on, like I put him in my queue here. I put him in, you know, I pulled up the songs, and I'm like, can I even play clips of songs?
Yeah, sure, whatever. We'll live on the edge.
Right? So like because I wanted to like see if we could like hear it.
Okay, are you gonna cue that up or what? Oh.
Yeah, no, I want, but see, like, yeah, I have to think about like where it is. But can you remember? Can you remember that where in that song that like there's like a what do you call it?
Oh my God! Wait, the string solo?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what it is.
I totally get what you're saying now, and I'm dying.
The string solo from Eleanor Rigby is the same as the intro to the thong song.
Okay, I am now on board and totally into this.
Right?
That is hilarious.
I know, because I love that song, and I was like, oh, good on ya.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was the history of the thong song.
Maestro, that is fantastic. Okay, wait, I have some more questions about this.
About the thong song?
Yes.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Please.
I want to know.
I am no expert. I mean, I read an article and listened to it a couple times. Yeah.
No, I want your opinion, which is, you know, I love a one-hit wonder. I think it's super cool. Totally. If you create a one-hit wonder, a lot of people poo-poo it like you're such a loser. Why do you only have one hit? And I think, hey, that's fantastic. You could probably live off of that, at least, you know, modestly, your whole life.
Yeah.
So, first of all, Sisqo is a one-hit wonder, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you
mean, let's say, put it this way. If I were to search in, like, say, Spotify for Sisqo, and it gave me, like the top songs by artists, 1 through 3 would be remixes of the thong song.
Right, okay.
Right? Something like that.
Yeah, that's his claim to fame.
Yeah.
Do you think he squandered his, you know, as you say, sort of ability to create masterpieces by singing about thongs, or do you think that's why he had a hit?
Maybe
because he sang about thongs.
Excellent question. Music theory.
Stop it.
I would say that I would want to know, what is Sisqo doing now? I went backwards in time looking at the history of thongs rather than forwards and looking at where is he now.
I think he's probably still singing that song. You know what I mean?
But sometimes, people go, they start like producing and doing more of like the behind the scenes
Mix-a-Lot.
stuff. Yeah, and so yeah. And so maybe that's it. Maybe it's like,
okay, so
we need to know what
he's
doing now. We need to know
now.
Where is he now? Where is Sisqo
maybe
now?
he's producing people rather than what if he's producing Paul McCartney now? It's like gone.
Oh my God!
Circle.
Stop. Well, that's what so he wanted to buy. Like originally, he wanted that exact clip, but because he couldn't afford it, and at the time Michael Jackson owned all the rights, and it was going to be too expensive, so that's why he expanded it and changed. He altered the strings to it.
Good for him.
Yes. So he like took that. He was like, okay, how can I alter the strings enough to where it's like now, my whatevs.
Well, one thing that you should alter your strings on, segue, is the Towel Clean facial brush, which is friggin' fantastic.
Oh,
we talked about that. Yeah, I'm using it too, and we talked about it last time because we became aware that it is the only facial brush with that can kill like 99.9% of bacteria. Yes. And it has the UVC brush head dryer and the charger all in one. So you put it on your sink, and it charges it, and then it dries it and gets it all clean as a whistle. Mm-hmm. And then there's the two brush heads. There's like the daily one that you can use to clean your face, and then there's the exfoliating one that you can use like when things get real, dire straits.
I love that exfoliating one.
Me too.
Little deep clean. Yep.
I need all the help I can get over here. I need to slough off all the aging that's going on and the whatever else is in the air. Who knows? ? But these type of brushes usually cost an arm and a leg, and that's why we're excited about Towel Clean, because they have made it affordable, and they're giving you guys an awesome deal. They're offering our listeners 62% off the Towel Clean Orbital Face Brush. If you're ready to elevate your skincare and see incredible results quickly, you need to get the Towel Clean Orbital Facial Brush. We got a message from somebody that bought it and is loving it. You won't find anything else like it. You also see on the site the brush gets raving 5-star reviews. It's not just us loving it. Again, Towel Clean is offering our listeners 62% off the Towel Clean Orbital Facial Brush. Normally it retails for $149. So this discount also applies towards any product site-wide, which is freaking great. Just go to towelclean.com today and enter code BRAINCANDY to take advantage of this incredible savings. That is TAOCLEAN.com and enter code BRAINCANDY to get 62% off the facial brush and site-wide. Towel Clean. Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, so yeah, he changed the strings.
Yes.
And then made a monster hit.
Yeah. And then
it's a very catchy song. Would you agree?
Yes. And I listened to it a few times, of course, as I had to in thinking about the research. Come on. For research purposes only. And I was like, this is a bop. This is a good song. This is a jam. Yeah.
Can you pull that one up and play it?
Yes.
Since we're already violating licensing.
I mean, barely. It was like 10 seconds. I mean, come on. Okay. Let's pump it. Let's pump it.
The jams. Let's hear it. Listen. Oh. Yep. Listen to that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what do guys talk about?
The spoken word.
The finer things in life. Oh.
I remember the video too, with all the ladies on the beach.
Oh yeah. Like who the ish with a look in the eye so devilish. Oh yes, that is the jam.
So good.
It is so
really
good.
Is.
I guarantee everybody's gonna listen to that, and then you guys are gonna be like, "Damn, this is a good song."
You can't help but like it,
right?
You just can't.
But the thing that really blew my mind when I was thinking about all this is so that feels like just yesterday, right?
Yes, it does.
To me, if I asked you, how long have thongs been a thing? The underwear, the undergarment. What would your answer be? What would you doesn't it seem like they've just been around for forever?
No, I would say that it was right about that time that
Gosh,
they
to me, maybe it's like when I first started buying my own underwear, thongs like were already a thing.
What year was that, though?
So that was 1999.
Yeah, that's when this damn song came out in 2000, right?
Yeah, 2000, yes. So it was like 1999 that like thongs came on the scene. But oh my gosh.
Came on the scene.
But for real, okay. So that took me into a deep dive. And I just couldn't believe that because in my mind I was like, I felt like my mom must have been like on the
cutting edge.
Yes, on the cutting edge of like women's undergarments, like fashion or whatever.
Probably,
like very European or like, you know, after my history, South American, because that's who really embraced the thong culture.
Brazilian, baby.
Yes. And because I remember growing up and like that was what my mom always wore.
Yeah.
So to me, it was like something that always existed. So then when I did a little, you know, deep dive into the thong, I was like, what? I can't believe this. So the first, so I'm going to give you guys the info that I learned because I can't freaking rob you of this. So we know that like centuries ago, men were wearing thongs, like sumo wrestling in like 25 CE, they were wearing thongs. Like the, you know, Minoan, like some like hunter and gatherer, like tribes and things like that were wearing thongs. It was mostly men. But when thongs became, like first showed up in the United States, was in 1939 at the World's Fair in New York.
Wow. Come on.
Yes, and I'll tell you why. So the French were exhibiting or showcasing burlesque dancers. And at the time, the burlesque dancers were nude. And Mayor LaGuardia of New York at the time was like, oh, hell no, not in our city.
Yeah.
You can't be like strutting around stage with your, you know, lady parts all hanging out.
Yeah.
So the French were like, we want to cover up, but like we can't cover up their butts. That's the best looking part. So they developed the thong for that reason.
Necessity, again, the mother of invention.
Totally. And then it kind of like fell by the wayside. And it was really only in like burlesque performance and things like that where the thong showed up. And then in like the 70s, somebody came out with like a thong swimsuit. And that was popular for like a minute in the United States, but then became super, super popular in South America and Latin America. And then in 1980, Frederick of Hollywood were the first to really like make it available, but they called them something different. They called them scanty panties.
That's worse.
Worse, way worse. Like so,
Scanty
and they were sold in the same section as the edible underwear and crotchless panties. And they were like
it was
a naughty
novelty.
Thing.
Okay.
Which then makes me think, Mom, why were you buying underwear? Why were you wearing scanty panties?
Sally.
So that cracked me up.
How do you even know she was wearing thongs? Are you like a naked family?
Well, we weren't like I just remember always, you know what it was, is I used to like sleep in my mom's bed or whenever she would go to work early in the morning. She was in the film industry, so she would get up super, super early for these like early shoots. And it was so much fun. I like have like nostalgic memories of this where like she would get up early and I would wake up too. And probably because I had to, because I was a baby and she probably needed to feed me and take care of me. I'm like, duh, now that I think about that. And I would watch her. I would just sit there and she would put on Mickey's Mousercise, this like, it's like a Jazzercise for kids video. And she'd put that on the TV and I would watch that and I would like dance around and I would watch her as she would get ready for work. And so I always remember seeing her and she always had like matching sets too. And I was always like, her undergarment game is tight. So yeah, she always had cute ones. And so I just remember that like as a kid, like seeing that. And yeah, you probably not in the my old Meister household.
Well, we are not. We were the opposite of a nudist family. Like I've never seen anybody in their underpants. Period.
What?
No way. No.
Oh my God,
we're very modest.
That's just so. How are you with Lincoln?
I'm a naked family over here.
Yes, I was going to say, that's not how you are. In fact, I would probably be a more modest family than you guys are. What happened? Is this like the access to alcohol thing where like if you like don't allow it, that like they go in the other direction? Is that what happened here?
Maybe a little bit. But I do think there is something to the fact that when you get breast implants, you almost feel like it's not your body anymore.
Uh-huh.
You know how like when people get a boob job, they're always like, "Hey, want to see them?"
Yes,
It's
for
just
real.
because
I have
they're not
seen
your
and touched
true boobs.
random women's boobs in bathrooms who have gotten their breast and are just like, "You should touch them," and I'm like,
Yes.
I don't know how to say no to this.
Yeah, I think it feels there's a distance then between your own nudity and shame that would normally accompany that and the breast implant. But also, I do reject the shame. I don't think your body should be something that's like shameful amongst your family members.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think we should be, and I think it's just, important to like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Talk about,
No
like, the
stigma,
parts.
please.
No stigma. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, P.S. sidebar, like, side note, whatevs. Use the right names for body parts, please.
Oh, yes.
That's a big
we
one.
do that for sure.
Yeah. Okay, back to thongs. So after the scanty panties of the 1980s, the next time thongs really like make a reappearance is in 1990 with the Monica Lewinsky trial.
Oh,
do you remember
she told,
this?
Yeah. She asked him if he wanted to see it, or he asked to see it, or something. In the Oval Office, I remember that.
Yeah, this was like a thing during the time where it became almost fashionable to have
whale
the
tail.
strings. The whale tail. Oh my God, they did not say that in the article. That is such a funny word that I totally forgot. That was an awful time for me.
Why,
I mean, low-cut jeans were not friendly to they were not flattering to prepubescent teenagers with, body
They're really
issues.
not flattering to anyone.
For anyone. For like two people. And I swear to God, if those make a comeback, I'm going to be pissed. I'm really hoping that, like, because we talked about this a while ago, where, like, for a minute I saw, like, people trying to, like, bring back lowrider jeans.
They're coming back.
Nope. I'm going to resist that. And I'm really hoping this, like, everybody being inside for a long time will make everybody just, like, all band together and be like, nope, we're not doing that. There'll be no sales of any of those, so they'll just like stop producing them. Please,
they'll
God,
be like, we tried.
Can we all just be in agreement there? Can we all come together and just
what if
like
that's
do that?
what unites us as a nation?
Please, I'm already feeling like I'm going to start my own movement for this, or like fight for this. I mean, there are bigger things out there, I know. But
one of them is knowing what's going on with your fertility.
Very important.
Very important. I've been thinking about it a lot because I keep reading, as you tweeted, about this bunker baby boom that may be going on.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say I was one of the first ones to tweet that out.
Yeah, and, we're all, needing affection.
Yes,
and attention. And I think it does make a lot of people think, like, what are our families going to look like? Are we going to have more kids? Are we not? And it's just very empowering to know what is going on in your body, and that's why we recommend Modern Fertility. It's a test that you can try at home for a fraction of the price that would be if you went to a doctor's office. It's the same test that you would get for like $1,000, but they only cost $159 for the same information. And it tells you whether you have eggs, how they are looking in there, your hormone levels, any reproductive red flags, which I think is such a good thing to know regardless of what you plan on doing. And it can help you make informed choices. And right now, Modern Fertility is offering our listeners $20 off the test when you go to modernfertility.com/braincandy. That means your test will cost $139 instead of hundreds or thousands it would cost at a doctor's office. Get $20 off your fertility test when you go to modernfertility.com/braincandy, modernfertility.com/braincandy.
Yes.
All right, as you were.
Yeah, maybe those thongs are just really, turning your partner on. Yeah.
Yes, maybe.
Yes. So then 90s, thongs, super big thing. And then by 2001, what would you guess? By 2001, the percentage of Victoria's Secret sales were thongs.
Oh, 2001.
So they had just started. By 2001. That's like 5 years. Yeah, give me a guess.
Oh, okay. 2001, I would have said 70%.
90%.
Wow, 90.
Who wasn't wearing a thong?
That's actually really shocking.
Yeah.
That's a lot of thongs.
A lot of thongs. And it was like Britney Spears who wore it on the outside of her jeans in some music video. I can't remember which one. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that really, and then it was like all the little teenage girls asking for thong. I mean, that was like all I wore when, it was like the thing. I remember that. It was like, oh, are you wearing a thong? You gotta be wearing a thong.
Yeah, it was real sexy.
Yeah, and now it's like gone in the other direction.
Yeah, what is the deal now? What are people doing?
People are kind of like, I did read an article, but it came out in like 2017, that millennials like more of a tradition, like a vintage look, that we're more into like high-waisted, more of like, you know, I like those
that.
sets.
See, millennials know what's up in that regard.
Yeah. I'd be curious to see what the male, you know, like what the feeling is there. If they like.
I truly believe they do not give a shit and that everything is just like, we're duped into thinking desirability alters depending on what we wear. They don't care. They want you to take all of it off.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know.
We'll find out.
Sometimes they like you to leave some of it on. Or you get the kind that can stay on. Hi-oh.
Yeah, definitely.
In the scanty panties section.
Yeah, but I don't think they would care whether they were thong cut or not.
I think if you're a guy who's into lingerie, then you do. You have preference.
Maybe preference, but I think they're pretty happy to get laid regardless.
This is true. This is 100% true. But like, if you were to ask, if you were to like put the same body into like 5 different pairs of underwear, which one, I would be curious to see which one would be
like which
the most
they would
popular.
choose.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you should ask Ren. Do you know his opinion?
Yeah, I think he likes a thong. I don't know. I'll ask him. I'll see for research purposes.
Yeah, but like a boy shirt looks really cute on
so cute.
Like big bottoms as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like that.
The cheeks kind of stick out
That's
the bottom.
my favorite.
Me too. I love that look.
Yeah, I love
Maybe we're
that.
weird. Maybe boys are like, yeah, no, we're not into that.
And then like some guys, it's like they like the panty line look. Some people don't. So,
really?
Yeah, I know guys who are like into that.
Today.
They're like, ooh, yeah. Ooh, speaking of learning so much about the other sex, I got another story for you.
Okay.
Totally switching gears over here. But this one I read and I was like, what? Record scratch? What?
Okay, what is
so,
it?
You know how we love stories about, what's that really tall mountain? Friggin' Mount Everest. My brain took a vacation for a sec because I was thinking, I was very distracted by the subject matter that I'm about to talk about. So
yeah, we get worked up about Mount Everest.
Yes. Okay. So, you know what's totally a thing that I did not know was a thing until Vice magazine came out with an article about this? High altitude boners.
I'm so happy right now.
Yeah.
You are lying.
I swear, it's totally a thing.
Do you think that's why men get all fucking perverted on airplanes?
Yes, Susie, because it's also called airplane boners. That was my next thing I was going to tell you.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
They are savage beasts. It's disgusting.
Can you even believe that?
No, Sarah. Tell me what you know.
So it was not that long of an article. I feel like there's a boner joke in there somewhere.
I know, you're not that long, eh?
Go ahead. Yeah, maybe that's it. And the crazy thing was how long they last. They last for like 2 hours sometimes. And so this guy who they were interviewing, he was like a young guy, like he's a young climber who's probably like 26 or something like that. And he's attempted the climb Mount Everest like 3 times and, you know, just made it to the base camp. And they were saying like, you know, do you see, like, is this like something that happens? And he's like, oh yeah, they're everywhere. Boners were just there. You look around and it's just like,
my God,
they're just, you could just see them and like nobody talks about them, but they're there. Can you believe that?
That's fantastic.
Yes. So they were like, the Vice reporter said, how long does it last? And he goes, about 2 hours per day, I think. You just had to drink a lot of water to speed up blood circulation. It also kept my body warm and constantly moving. It's a patience game. What? Yes. And they said it's really uncomfortable because they're all wearing like the really tight clothes. And so they got like...
Do you think that it's just a physiological thing where like a no reason boner, how they get that sometimes?
Yeah.
Or do you think that they also get horny?
I think it's the no reason boner.
Okay.
But then I think, it's like anything. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my God, this is so silly to compare to this. But the pencil test where you put a pencil in your mouth and it makes the edges of your mouth
Yes.
curl up in a smile. So then it
Feel
elevates
happy.
your mood because you think you're smiling. So I think that's why, guys are always like, DTF in the morning because they get that and they're like, oh, well, I must be turned on.
Well, and if
I am
you're on
also
an
DTF
airplane,
in the morning. So.
Yeah, me too. I love a good morning romp.
Best one.
But maybe on an airplane where you're kind of bored and there's nothing to do, that's why it's more problematic. Whereas if you're climbing Mount Everest, you have a lot to think about, and so they can control it.
In fact, that's exactly what the climber said. So the reporter said, "Did a boner make it difficult to climb?" And the guy said, "No, I didn't think it made much difference. It was difficult to hide, though, obviously. So if you're self-conscious, it could have made an impact in your climb. My mind was already playing tricks on me with the lack of oxygen, so being worried about how I looked wasn't beneficial." So I think that's why everybody's just ignoring them and pretending like they don't see them, because you're all like, I can't worry about this right now. Like, my mind's doing weird shit anyway.
Okay, yes. But just hearing what he's saying about how, like, his mind's playing tricks on him, he's got no oxygen, he's got a random boner. Ugh. Why are people doing this? I will never understand it. Stop it.
Well, hang on a sec, Suze. When was the last time guys complained about getting boners? I don't know if that necessarily goes in the category of reasons not to do it. For some, I believe that is more of a reason to do it.
Maybe, but he doesn't seem happy about it.
Yeah. Well,
one thing I am happy about and will improve your air is the molecule air purifier. Oh my God. I was just on their website because I'm trying to decide which one I want.
This.
You just told me that recently. You were like, I have got to get one of those. And I agree. Because, like, the more I read about it, the more important it feels. Like, everything in the world, I've just been reassessing everything, right?
Yes. What's valuable, what matters.
Yeah.
Clean air indoors definitely matters right now. Hello.
Yes. And so I kind of was dragging my feet. Like, do I really need this? Is this important? And I think that it is. And so these molecule air purifiers just do the trick. It's not just pollen. It handles all the sort of gunk from pollution and crap that shouldn't be in the air, but is anyway, and helps keep your family safe. It destroys the pollutants. It can really help people that suffer from allergies, which my son does. Breathing clean air can help you sleep. It's just healthier. And this molecule system has been tested, vetted, and proven scientifically. We love that. And they want to give you guys a deal, which you should definitely check out. For 10% off your first air purifier order, visit molekule.com. And then at checkout, you enter Brain Candy 10. So 10% off your first air purifier order, visit molekule.com and use code Brain Candy 10. I think now is the time, if there ever was one, to make sure your home is like a proper nest and taking care of your family. So check that out if you are inclined.
Yes.
Anyway, so that's bonkers, and I love it.
Yes.
And I don't know.
Hikers, man. Getting boners.
What is the, scientific reason, though, that the lack of oxygen would make you have it's blood restriction, is what you're saying?
Yeah. It has to do with circulation. So when circulation gets I don't know. But it really just shows how little we know about the penis.
Boners.
Yeah, about boners. Like airplane boners. I mean, I love that we're discovering so much about them now. But my little brother, I feel like I'm calling him out right now, but he used to say that he would get a funny feeling there when we would go on roller coasters. And he didn't like roller coasters because he was like, it tickle, it feels weird. And then he would point down. And so I wonder if it's the same kind of thing.
The penis?
Oh, I don't know. Again, man, we really need. Hey, Adam. Hey, Ren.
Right. Well, I guess it makes sense though if it's about blood flow. But why wouldn't that also be true for vaginas? I've never had that with my vagina.
Me either.
I would love it.
Yeah, that's got a nice little tickle down there. Why not?
I'm never mad about that.
Yeah.
They get all the breaks, those
I do,
guys.
however, get that right before my period is about to start.
What do you mean you get that?
Like, I get like a weird, like, I think that might be like blood flow to that area. Like more, and I
It's
almost
like a
get
red
like,
alert,
Yeah,
so to speak.
it's hilarious. But like the week before, I'll just be like sitting there and it'll like almost like a pulse. And it's just like a little
nice.
like, ooh, hello.
That's real handy.
little
So then you know
tingle.
it's coming at least.
Yeah, in like the nicest way. What a nice little tap on the shoulder reminder. Yeah, a little tingle.
It's weird because I always say I'm a highly sensitive person, but you have these weird quirks where you claim that you know the exact moment that your body releases its egg.
Yep, and from which side. I can always tell.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
I'm not alone in that. There's an actual name for that.
Yeah,
Like
I've read about it.
Yeah. So we know it's real. Yes.
But you would think that it would be something I experience because I have so many, like, nerves or whatever
Right.
the hell.
Yeah.
You got
But
the
maybe
good
yours
stuff.
are like external, not internal.
Maybe.
You know?
I'm dead inside. We already
Get
knew
out.
that.
No,
That's
you know,
already
because
been
like
confirmed.
it's different than like external stimuli. It's more like I feel it inside my body. I don't know.
Yeah, you're
It's
really
weird.
in touch with your
Yeah.
inner being. That's real nice,
Yes,
Sarah.
Yes.
Hey, why didn't you comment on that video I posted on our Insta story of those two ladies singing the Golden Girl theme song?
Oh my God, it was hilarious. It's so good. Because you know what I was thinking? I was like, oh man, we should recreate this. And then instead of me commenting, I instead watched it a million times to see how long it would take me to like memorize exactly how to do that. So my attention was elsewhere. Maybe I should have included you in my thought and my you know how I
The
thought
next
about
time
that.
we're in the same room.
Oh, speaking of Golden Girls.
Oh my God.
I can't believe I waited this long to bring this up.
Let's
Can
hear
you believe it?
Nope.
Okay, so people out there who are like, what the goddamn hell is she talking about? I got the most exciting email from my aunt. I mean,
of all time.
Of all time. It was great. I'm trying to pull it up. Oh, let me pull up my text message to you because I screenshotted it and sent it to Susie immediately. So a few episodes ago, we were talking about the Golden Girls and how much we love them. And all casual, like my aunt who listens to the show, shout out to Aunt Peggy, she said, listen to your podcast last night, and I feel I'm near you when I do. So 2 points. Your grandma's flower is an amaryllis, and great yours is blooming. Mine is more dormant. And at Golden Girls, ... the tiny elderly one is Uncle David's first cousin. That's my uncle. She used to visit us. Last week, when I was tasked at going through some photos, I came upon photos of her. I'll find them and take them over to you someday. What?
That's fantastic.
She could have come to our Thanksgiving and, like, I mean, what?
I know.
Oh, my gosh. I
What
am
was she
by
waiting
marriage
for to
related
tell you that?
to one of the Golden Girls.
Aunt Peggy, why
That's
did you
my
not
claim to
share
fame.
this?
I mean...
That's my claim to fame.
It's too good. It's so
It's
great. I don't know why that
amazing.
makes me so that like because like I don't know. I feel like that's even cooler than if you told me one of my like relatives was like a former president. I'm like, yeah, but like, what about the Golden Girl?
Yeah. If you had to choose one to be connected to, would you have chosen Sophia Petrillo?
Yes.
Or yeah, I mean, she's pretty spectacular.
100%. And then my aunt referred to her as the tiny old one.
And
I was
she's
like,
right.
That's so cute. Yes. So then I went into like I told Ren and I went into like a whole story of like the Golden Girls and like blah 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 and how they found out when she passed away. Blanche was a hoarder.
Oh,
Did you hear this?
I
That like she had a ton of
did,
stuff.
Yeah.
That thing that's so interesting to me.
It doesn't surprise me, but I just wonder if she was sad. But maybe she wasn't sad. She was just happily hoarding, which is
Yeah,
fine.
that could be a thing.
Yeah,
maybe.
totally.
Happily hoarding. I don't know, but
It would have been better only if it had been Betty White because she could still come to Thanksgiving.
This is true. But
Yeah.
I feel like Betty White, I might have heard about that somewhere.
But do you think that your Uncle David looked like Estelle? I do not see it.
I could see it. I could see it.
Oh,
if
he's
you,
Jewish.
Yes.
Right.
Like family is very Jewish, and he's got my Uncle David was very lean, but he was tall. So if you took his same body type and put it on a teeny tiny little woman, it would totally fit. And he definitely had the same personality. I mean, as the character, but I could imagine that she was pretty similar.
Oh my God.
I mean, what the heck is the actress's name?
Estelle Getty.
Estelle Getty, yes. Estelle Getty is related to me by marriage. That's so fun. Anyways, that was my little fun.
The most fun.
Yes.
And I think everybody is looking for these things to celebrate right now, and I encourage it.
Yeah, maybe that was it. It was like a fun, like little celebration.
Yes, it's light in a dark world, man.
Yes,
Shine
yes.
it.
This is so funny because like 1,000 things that you just said, I could turn into a hilarious segue.
Okay.
You know, light in a dark world, shine it. You want to hear a story, but what about something awful that happened in the Temple of the Sun in Machu Picchu?
Yes.
Did you hear about this?
No.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna die. So this is right up our alley, and about our other favorite subject besides penises. Guess what's our favorite Yes. Okay, here we go. 6 tourists were just arrested after authorities found that they took a giant dump in the Temple of the Sun in Machu Picchu.
That is sick.
Isn't that awful?
Yes, 6 people pooped.
Yeah, so it was a group made up of 1 Frenchman, 2 Brazilians, 2 Argentinians, and a Chilean, according to the police. And they were hiking in Machu Picchu. Remember when I told you that they're going to shut down? Like, I feel like Machu Picchu is going to get shut down because of all the people. Like,
yes,
I'm like,
it's this.
Yep, it's totally a thing. But thank goodness they're like arresting people for it now.
Okay,
and but the only reason that they got in trouble, like you can, it's so gross to talk about or to think about, but like everything is like you have to take what you bring.
Yes.
Situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, you're supposed to pick it up and discard it later.
Yeah, leave no trace. That's a nicer way to say it, I suppose. And, so...
Sarah, wait.
No, I'm just like trying to think about like why it would be illegal. So like it's the only reason that they got arrested though, and why nobody else does is because they did it inside a heritage site, like a World Heritage site.
Of course.
They did
it, but
that? Like all of Machu Picchu, like the temple was a World Heritage site, but I don't think that Machu Picchu, like the trail, is considered that. Because if that were the case, people would be arrested right and left. Right?
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go.
You gotta go. But like,
I don't think you need to go in the temple.
I feel like this is right up there with the graffiti. That you're like I mean, it's not. It's like, but taking a shit like that act of like they found an actual crack in the they did it like on the site. Like they found.
It's terrible.
Oh my god, it's funny that I said a crack. But I know why you laugh now because I was like, what's so funny about that, Susie? And then I was like, oh wait, I heard it. I heard it as soon as I said it. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. So there was a piece of stone that had broken off a wall and caused a crack in the floor, and they used that to take a dump in. What the fuck?
Hold on a minute. This is the part that I'm hung up on.
Yeah. What?
Why? How do 6 people poop at once? All of them.
I don't know because there wasn't a lot, and I even looked at I looked at the report from like a French newspaper about it too, and they didn't give any other information about like who done it, you know, like I think it was one of those maybe guilty by association kind of things that they were all there together and like nobody stopped them, you know, like if you were with a group and one person was tagging and like graffiti, you know, then I feel like the whole group isn't, you know, you're kind of all in trouble for this, right? I don't know.
Oh, my God.
But
do
don't
you think
worry.
it was an emergency, or do you think they were just disrespectful?
I think they were being disrespectful. Because of where they did it. An emergency, you don't think, oh, my God, I'm going to go right on the, like, I'm going to aim on, like, it seemed very intentional.
Why would, how do they expect you to clean it up if it's not a solid BM?
You're supposed to go into, like, a bag. Like, they have these, like, portable toilets. So you go in there, and then it goes into a bag.
Yeah, go right
and they
in the
dispose of the bag. Yeah, exactly. But these people were not doing that, and that's like awful. But they face at least 4 years in prison if they're found
That's
guilty.
ridiculous. That's stupid.
That seems like a lot.
I think you should just charge a fine.
A fine.
Nobody should go to jail because they shit.
Yeah, like because it's oh my god. And you know what that makes me think of? Remember those what are they called? Nazca lines or something like that. We talked about this a long time ago. That those big, they're in South America somewhere, and they're like the big drawings that you can see from like space, and some trucker drove over them because he was taking a shortcut. I can't remember what they're called right now.
Yes,
I feel like all that person got was a fine.
Right.
If I remember correctly. And I want to say that was considered a World Heritage Site. So, I don't know. Maybe they're, like, really trying to, like, I don't know, put the stop to shitting on
Maybe there's more to the
landmarks.
story. Maybe they, like, use their hand and spread it all out.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Like something
this
crazy.
is the crazy thing. Like, to think that you're going to pay, you're going to get the ticket, wait in line, do the whole thing. Like, it's a trek. Like, you have to have intention to go, and like to want to go to a World Heritage Site just to shit on it doesn't seem like, I don't know. It seems like anybody who would want to visit there would have respect for the place.
Yeah, right.
That's what I can't understand.
Maybe they were wasted. You know,
But then
like
with
hooligans.
Machu Picchu, you have to, like, when you get to the Temple of the Sun, it's already like 3 days into the hike, if you hiked the whole thing. And so by that, and you have to carry everything that you bring in. So by that time, most of the time, you're out of booze. So,
Oh, right. Good point.
yeah. I mean, or at least that was our
That's
experience.
Crazy.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Would you do that again? I know it wasn't a great experience for you, but
Yeah.
do you think it would be better if you did it again?
Now it's like a moral thing. Would I do it again? Like, I don't know if I would.
Because you think nobody should do it.
Because I think nobody should do it.
Really? Nobody should do the hike you did?
I just don't think, or I think it should be way, way, way more limited. Like, I think
I agree.
should be, I think they should limit the tickets and maybe make them more expensive, and then maybe make it, like, they just have to change they have to make it more regulated. And I feel like what are they called? They're not called Sherpas. They're called porters. The porters are, in some ways, like, taken advantage of. And what's the word I'm looking for?
Exploited.
Exploited. Yes, I think they're exploited. So I don't like that. I think it needs some kind of protection. But
I mean,
also
tourism in
understand that
general.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very problematic worldwide, not
Super
just there.
problematic. I mean, and then I think about the glass bridges in China and like all the things that, or even like, I don't know. I just think, it's really scary.
Yeah, people ruin everything. Humans are the worst.
Sure do. Yeah, we know that. Oh my God. I'm trying to think. Oh my gosh. I have another thing that humans did that's the worst. It's not like, it's not as bad as this, because it's definitely not, taking a shit on a national monument or something like that. But KFC and Crocs got together and came out with a KFC Croc.
Oh.
Have you
I bet
seen
it's
this?
beautiful. I think I did. I don't think I could forget that.
You did not see it? Oh, well,
don't think I
don't you
did.
worry. I'm going to send you a picture right now so
I
that
thought
you
were
can
gonna
enjoy
say
this.
a pear, and I was going to be really excited.
A pair?
I thought you were going to send me a pair of Crocs.
Oh my God, what if? No, I think they're all sold out. Like, you can't even get a pair of them
yeah.
right now. It's like become like a fashion thing. So this, I can't even believe that this is a thing, that two companies like this teamed up. And so what it looks like is like it looks like the bottom of the shoe looks kind of like a KFC box, and the top of the shoe is adorned with a chicken nugget kind of tassel looking thing, and the top is designed to look like a box of fried chicken. Wow. How do you feel about this? And if you're looking for a more fashionable version, they also have it in a platform.
for some height.
For some height. Yeah.
I kind of love it.
Oh, and the other feature that I totally forgot to add, they're scented.
No.
Yep. Scented fried chicken.
That I love.
That would make me hungry.
Yes, I'm hungry just thinking about it.
I had to stop wearing Palmer's cocoa butter because it would make me hungry for peanut butter sandwiches.
No.
For real. I was like, I can't wear this because it makes me so hungry for peanut butter sandwiches.
How about how my kid does not like peanut butter?
Is it because it sticks to the roof of your mouth?
I don't know, but Adam doesn't like it, and neither does Lincoln.
Adam doesn't like it. Is it the flavor or the texture?
Well, he says they don't really have it in England. It's not like a thing. So he didn't grow up with it. So for him, it's just like weird.
But they got Nutella and other stuff like that. They got spreads.
Yeah, so it must not be the texture then. It must be the flavor.
Oh.
Isn't that shocking? And
I
Lincoln
love
won't
it.
eat like chicken nuggets or anything that kids normally love. It's so sad.
Yeah, but that's good. That's fine. He's just got a refined palate. He's fancy. He likes sushi.
I just feel like he's really missing out though. On
Maybe
comfort
he'll come
foods.
around later.
Yeah.
He'll like comfort
There's
foods.
hope. Thank you,
It's different.
Sarah.
For sure.
It's different.
It's a different kind of comfort food. Like he likes probably like your curry is going to be his comfort food.
Is there like a super popular food that you hate?
Oh yes, I hate lasagna because too much melted cheese.
Yeah, and you hate some cheese just generally.
Yeah, I can't. I hate quesadillas. Blech.
Wow.
Yeah, anything with like
That's
where
shocking.
cheese is the number one, where cheese is driving the meal,
Ship.
the driving ship. I'm not down for that.
I feel like there
staring
must
at these
have been...
Kentucky Fried Chicken Crocs, though, I'm getting hungry. So it's I would definitely not say fried chicken.
Yeah, it's not snobbery that is the
Oh,
problem.
No. Mm-hmm. It's more like a lot of snobby stuff. I'm like, no, I don't like that. Yeah, anything with a ton of cheese, I'm not into. Except with the exception of macaroni and cheese, but it has to be like good macaroni and cheese. Like when you make the roux or whatever it's called, like don't just like dump all the cheese on there. Blech.
Wow, she's so specific. Yeah. Good thing Ren can handle all these requests.
Oh yeah, he's good. He's fantastic. But he doesn't like he doesn't like his like dinner to be like he doesn't like sweet in his savory foods.
What would be an example of that?
Like a raspberry balsamic dressing on a salad, or like a mango salsa.
That really does limit you, doesn't it?
But he loves dessert, so it's like that just means that we got to eat the savory at dinner, and then we get the sweet at dessert.
Yeah, you just compartmentalize. That's
totally.
fine.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
That's
what do
so
you
funny.
not like? What do you not like? And we both don't like mayonnaise, which is great because that never goes on anything.
I can't think of anything, although I would agree with you. I'm not a lasagna kind of gal. I don't know what the big fuss is with everybody. It's so hard
don't
to
either.
make.
Like, what's the big deal about lasagna?
We're mad about it.
Right. Everybody's always like, oh, I'm making a lasagna. I'm like, okay.
I mean, it fills a hole. It's definitely
layers of cheese, layers of meat. What else?
No carb left behind. It's a whole thing. But I would much rather have pretty much any other pasta.
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, give me carbonara every day. And twice on
Have you
Sunday.
had that yet in quarantine? Quarantine carbonara?
We had it right for my birthday.
I think it's time again.
Yeah, we were talking about that because we have all the ingredients.
Yeah,
so,
go ahead.
Except I like peas in my carbonara, and Ren does not like peas.
You got to make 2 batches. That's all.
Right. Because would you like peas in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they belong in there. And then, like, when you add a little bit of green, it makes me think that I'm eating healthy. I'm like, that's fine.
Right. That's
There's
what
some
I
green.
like.
That's totally it. I just throw like anything green, like sprinkle some green onions on my fried rice, and I'm like, healthy. Look at the green.
Now that we're all hungry, I think we ought to go eat.
Yeah.
We'll just go back to our little quarantine caves and have a nosh.
Hey, can you send me the recipe for your egg salad sandwich?
Oh, I mean, I just
now
wing
that I'm
it,
making
a
homemade bread, by the loaves.
Maybe I should put it on our Instagram too.
Yes, can you? Because hey, shout out to all the people who made the cookies.
Yes,
Because a whole bunch of you did. So and then they were like, these are the best, and I was like, yeah, they are. So thanks for doing that. That was real fun.
Okay, so
I
maybe
love
this
this
will bring
crowd
people
involvement.
together.
You guys are awesome. I love you guys.
And I love when they leave us 5-star reviews.
That is awesome.
And tag us. I get so excited when people tag us and stuff.
Tag us and then send us cool articles that you find. I mean, there's so much cool stuff out there.
We love
So,
you guys.
love you.
We'll see you next time. Bye.